One of the things that I do for my clients, and I don't charge for this, is I invite them all in to review their automobile insurance coverage with them. Because, clients tell me all the time they have full coverage, and to this day, none of them have had full coverage, and they really don't understand what coverage they have at all. And most of the time when I go through the insurance coverage with my client, I realize that they don't have uninsured motorist coverage. And they say to me, well, what is uninsured motorist coverage? Well, let me explain. Uninsured motorist coverage is coverage that you need to have if the at-fault driver has no bodily injury liability coverage or has minimal bodily injury liability coverage, and it's not enough to cover the full value of your case. Bodily injury liability coverage is the coverage that somebody has if they're at fault in an accident and they cause injuries or damages to somebody else. And the reason why uninsured motorist coverage in Florida is so important is because Florida is one of only 2 states in the entire United States that does not require somebody to drive a car and have bodily injury liability coverage. And I'll give you a perfect example, and to this day, this case really still bothers me, and it happened about 15 years ago. I got a call from a family member of a person who was in the back of a pickup truck. He had been drinking that night, and he was lying in the back of the pickup truck. And his friend, he was out with his friend, and they were at a bar, and his friend had been drinking too, but he wasn't as drunk as this particular person. And while his friend was driving with him lying in the back of the pickup truck, his friend crashed into the car in front of him, caused my particular client to slide, hit his head, broke all the bones in his neck. He was paralyzed and rendered a paraplegic. And I remember to this day having to go to the hospital where my client was lying in a hospital bed with all his extended relatives around him and have to tell him that I can't handle your case because the person, your friend who was driving the pickup truck, had no bodily injury liability insurance coverage, and you had no uninsured motorist coverage. And it was horrible for me and horrible for all of them to have to hear that. So it's very, very important, because unless the Florida legislature is going to change the law and make liability insurance, bodily injury liability insurance mandatory, you need to protect yourself and you need to get uninsured motorist coverage. My name is Glenn Goldman, and I'm the founding partner of the law firm of Goldman & Daskell, PA, a personal injury law firm, and I've been handling those cases for more than 30 years. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you've been involved in an accident, we can take your call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have a service that will contact me 8 o'clock at night, evenings, weekends, whatever it may be. So please don't hesitate to reach out, and thank you so much.